Smith and Nelson in the morning on 94.9 KISS FM. Say, what they tweet, what they do, it's what's making news in the world of country music. This is the Music City 60 on 94.9 KISS FM.
Yes, it is your Music City 60 and the special award honorees for this year's 15th annual ACM Honors have been announced, which I guess is put on by the ACM, but separate from the actual ACM awards, because those you have to be nominated for and then win.
Yeah.
This one they set to honor you, pick a person and honor them. Miranda Lambert, Chris Stapleton, Morgan Wallen, Shania Twain, all nominated or all honored for various things. Also, Yellowstone got in there somehow. There's an ACM film honor that's specialized in stuff that prominently features country music. So Yellowstone got in there.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, but there you go. It's August 24th in Nashville, in the Ryman Auditorium is where it's happening.
I mean, I know of the yearly thing and honoring the different performers, but I've never heard of the film tie-in.
I think any excuse to nominate Yellowstone for something is basically what it is.
Because we're always talking about Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Like right now. How about Tim McGraw talking about his time on the Yellowstone show 1883? Tim says they had to do some cowboy camp. They spent about 3 weeks at cowboy camp. Everybody had to kind of learn to ride horses.
Okay.
In the interview, Tim says a lot of people hadn't ridden before, done anything like that. He said, so he kind of had the early jump on everybody.
That's pretty cool.
He said the Wranglers were excellent in teaching everyone. I was lucky I grew up riding horses. I grew up in Louisiana. My stepdad was a cowboy, so I could ride before I could walk. And seems like Tim McGraw. Just like, come on. Do I have to do this? It's one of those things where it's like showing you skills, and you're like, really?
Right.
I'm like way overqualified.
I don't need to go back to guitar for beginners class.
Exactly. Do I need to participate? Can I just join you when we get on set?
Right. Jimmy Allen, Lee Bryce, Mitchell Tenpenny, Chris Lane, Jameson Rogers, Riley Green, and more are some of the stars competing in this year's Folds of Honor Celebrity Softball Game. This is set for June 6th in Nashville's First Horizon Park. The proceeds benefit family members of America's fallen and injured service members.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, final one here. There's a story about Tyler Hubbard from Florida Georgia Line, where he recently flew to Paris to surprise his wife and daughter. They were doing like a mommy-daughter vacation.
Okay.
And he ended up flying to Paris and showed up at breakfast one morning and just totally surprised them.
Nice.
Must be nice, too, yeah.
Yeah.
Be able to be like, I'll go hop a flight to France for the morning.
A quick Paris flight and then head back.
It says the family ended up visiting the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, and several cafes, which, although that does seem a little interesting. Now the story of him going to the Louvre. Yesterday there was the story of somebody trying to deface the Mona Lisa.
Do you think Tyler Hubbard was the guy who smashed cake over the Mona Lisa?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Just speculating.
It's kind of odd timing. I don't know.
And now you're in the know with Nashville. Smith and Nelson's Music City 60. 94.9 KISS FM.
This country leader, 94.9 KISS FM. Smith and Nelson doing it for the morning. We appreciate you hanging with us. You can always listen with your free KISS FM mobile app, because that's where you'll find Smith and Nelson on demand.
Yes, indeed.
All right, some answers from our question of the day yesterday. But first, a weather check. See a high of about 74 expected today for Missoula. Sunshine, cloud mix with a high in the mid-70s. Kind of do the same thing tomorrow, although an increased chance of some showers. And then weekend weather, chance of showers and highs in the upper 60s. Weather for the morning brought to you by the Advocates Injury Attorney.
That's right. If you've been in an accident, don't go it alone. Call your local Advocates Injury Attorney. They take the stress away, deal with the insurance, and get you the settlement you deserve. They don't get paid until you win. Call the Advocates today at 406-640-4444 or MontanaAdvocates.com.
All right, this story that we were sharing yesterday started with my road trip adventure over the weekend. We went over to Washington for the holiday weekend.
Yep.
We got back Monday night. It was Tuesday morning. I got a text here while we were doing the show, and it was my wife saying, pretty sure my purse and wallet are still in Spokane.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Ended up calling, it was Jack in the Box where we pit stopped. Called them. They found the purse, had the purse there.
Right.
But no wallet. So somebody, I'm guessing somebody found it, took the wallet, someone else found it, and took the purse up to the counter.
Yes.
So kind of sharing that story. I spent Tuesday, calling the bank, cancel this debit card, calling the bank, cancel this credit card.
Right.
Trying to figure out, okay, what do you think was in there? An Old Navy card. Okay, cancel that one.
Yep.
A Kohl's card, cancel that one. So that was a fun way to spend a portion of the day on Tuesday.
Yeah, sounds great. And that's pretty much where we left off last time we talked about this.
Yeah, that's where we left off. So yesterday my wife decided she would go and get a new license.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Got to have a new license.
And just kind of figured, well, that one's not coming back.
Right.
Well, it's gone. The kicker is she has had her Florida driver's license. She never got a Montana one.
Interesting.
Why? Who knows?
I mean, you know what? I still have my New York license from...
Okay, you haven't done it either then.
No, I haven't done... I've lived here for almost 4 years, and I still have my New York license. I'm actually doing it like next week because my license is about to expire.
Oh, okay.
So, you know what? Okay. I really wrote it out as long as I could.
I thought you were just covering yourself for any law enforcement listening. No, I'm going to do it next week.
I seriously am doing it next week, but
I'll give her
But it's just laziness.
I'll give her credit, though. She did try to go about 3 or 4 months ago to get one.
Oh, really?
And she went, or I guess she went, and she didn't have the right documentation, I guess. And then this is what I need, all right. And then realized, somewhere in the last time that we moved, she lost a file that had, like, her birth certificate,
okay,
her marriage certificate, her social security card.
Just any kind of form of identification.
Exactly.
It's all gone.
Everything you need for a new license, it was lost. So
wow.
she had to go through the process. Like, she had to go on the Social Security website and create an account and order a replacement card. And then go through all the hoops of getting a new marriage license, through the hoops of getting a new birth certificate. So got all that, and then just never went back to get a license.
Really? Okay.
So fast forward to now, she loses her license, which is a Florida license. So she goes down yesterday to get a new one. She has her 2 pieces of mail with her name on it and her address, and she has her new Social Security card and her birth certificate and everything you need. And then she comes back, and I go, "Oh, success? Not even close."
Wow.
What? So she went. It didn't have an appointment, and it was going to be forever based on who was already there in line. They weren't scheduling appointments for like a week out, and then found out that because it was an out-of-state license that she lost and now doesn't have one, they won't just replace it.
Really?
She has to do the written test and the driving test because it's an out-of-state license. If she just lost a Montana license,
they would replace that with the ID and stuff.
Let's get you a new copy. But because it was an out-of-state license, she never officially got a Montana one. They said, "Oh, well, you're going to have to take the written and the driving test."
That's nuts.
So now the hope is she can get a replacement Florida license, pay the money for that, so that when she gets it, then she can get a Montana license and pay the money for that.
Instead of doing the whole driving test all over again.
Yes. So now our next step is to see if we can get the replacement Florida license without living there, without having an address there. So it's all up in the air.
That's going to be tricky.
Meanwhile, she has no license.
No form of ID at all.
Exactly. All right. Anyway, that's our fun story around Nelson Manor the last few days.
I can't wait to hear more updates on this as it develops. This is great.
But we put a question yesterday. Tell us the story about losing your wallet, your purse, your phone, your keys. What happened? I got a few replies on Facebook.
We did.
And a few good stories that go along with it.
Yes, we did. One person saying that they dropped the only keys to their car while shoveling 3 feet of snow.
Oh, no.
Which I think you had a similar thing happen to you not too long ago, too. Yeah.
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah. So they couldn't find them, had to have the car towed to the dealer so that they could put in a new ignition, get a new key, learn to always have a spare made. Found the key in the spring.
Of course you
several
did.
months later, once all the snow melted, of course.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. And then also Liz tossed this one in here. Said, not my whole wallet, just my military ID. Always kept it in my uniform pocket, put it on my desk along with my keys and whatever else I pulled out before getting changed. My 1-year-old decided to grab it and stick it in the tower of my PC between the disk drives.
Oh,
I tore the house apart. It was up until 3 a.m. looking for it. In the morning, I'm getting ready to go in, tell him I lost my ID card. He starts playing with the computer tower. Finally put it together, tip the tower, out falls the ID card, and I hear some change rattling in there, too. Put the tower on my desk and start putting my ID card in a cabinet that he could not reach after that.
Like a chipmunk stashing stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
That's somewhere you'd never find it, though.
No, absolutely. That could have been gone forever.
Man. All right. A couple fun stories there.
Definitely.
Another one we shared yesterday, if you want to go and check that out. Or if you still want to add your story, you can do that as well. On Facebook, we've got the question there. Horror story, let us know. Losing your wallet, your purse, your phone, your keys, plus your KISS FM mobile app. You can message us from the app as well.
Look for local.
This is what's newsy and noteworthy with Smith and Nelson on 94.9 KISS FM.
Yes, it is what's newsy and noteworthy for your morning, and this video has been going viral recently. A bunch of New Yorkers were at a place in Brooklyn called Temkin's Bar on Thursday when a possum wandered through the front door, and as soon as it walked in, people kind of freaked out.
Yeah.
It's a weird one to deal with. One of the bartenders grabbed the phone, didn't know who to call, but luckily there's one person in the bar who was not scared. A woman was standing outside when she saw it run in, and she's from Alaska. So she kind of just walked into the bar, found it under the table, grabbed it by the scruff of the neck, casually walked it back outside to release it. Someone got it on video. A few people cheer when they saw it run off. She said she didn't really think twice about it because, she grew up with like moose in her backyard and stuff. She always forgets she's not in Alaska anymore, so she was surprised how impressed everyone was that she got rid of the possum.
You're not in Alaska anymore.
Yes, there you go. Got free shots all night, by the way.
Hey,
free drinks for the rest of the night.
As she should.
Yeah.
Yes. Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars. No one's really talked about it much from any of the participants.
That's true, yeah.
Yesterday, Jada Pinkett Smith was taping an episode of her Red Table Talk when she kind of addressed it, and what she had to say about it was this, quote, "Now, about Oscar night, my deepest hope is that these two intelligent, capable men have an opportunity to heal, talk this out, and reconcile. The state of the world today, we need them both, and we all actually need one another more than ever. Until then, Will and I are continuing to do what we've done for the last 28 years. Keep figuring out this thing called life together."
All right.
Kind of touched on it, but obviously not getting too deep into it.
Kind of went pretty vague on that one, I think.
Kind of the first time really sort of even addressing it.
That's right, yeah. Howard Johnson's was a restaurant that's been around for a long time and now is officially gone for good. The last surviving Howard Johnson's restaurant has closed down.
Man.
That was in Lake George, New York, which my family used to go to vacation there all the time. Lasted 70 years, that one, and it was only part-time hours kind of by the end of it, but the first one opened in 1925, almost 100 years ago. So they kind of had a steep decline since the 80s, and now they're officially done.
There you go. Joining the Kmarts and the Blockbusters of the world. Story about a California woman recently bought a couch on Craigslist, got it home. I don't know what made her, I don't know if she felt something, was looking for something, or whatever.
Right.
But as she picked up the couch cushions and kind of realized, wait a minute, what's this? She happened to find $36,000 hidden in the couch.
Hey.
She said, I was telling my son, come. I was screaming, this is money. I need to call the guy. So she ended up calling the person she bought it from.
Really?
And returning all the money.
Oh, wow.
Talk about doing the good deed. How crazy is that? How do you not know that you're getting rid of your couch?
That you forgot you stashed $36,000 inside?
What if the person she gave it back to didn't put it in there? What if he bought the couch somewhere, or they bought the?
Never found the money.
I found the $36,000 you stuffed in your couch. Yes, that was me. Bring that back immediately, please.
Oh man, I feel that might be what happened now. Actually, oh man, that's crazy.
Or you have to be very forgetful to give away a couch with $36,000.
Definitely, yeah. You may remember this person from a few months back. The one of the stars of 90 Day Fiancé, Stephanie Matto. She was selling her farts in a jar. That was a thing that was happening online, and she had to stop because she ended up in the hospital with intense gas pains as a result. So, once you get to that situation, what do? You got to pivot.
You have to reinvent
else.
yourself.
Exactly. So now she is doing something else. She is no longer selling her farts in a jar. She is now selling jars of her boob sweat. And once again, she's making thousands of dollars off of it. I mean, she's selling the bottles for $300 to $500, depending on how much sweat is in them, averaging $5,000 a day just for laying by her pool and sweating. Although, a little wrinkle in this now because a bear has started hanging around her yard, so she can't go to the pool as much anymore. She's behind on production now, thinking about investing in an indoor sauna to keep the production going.
Well, good for her for sticking to it.
I guess so.
Seems like that'd be something you could just take your dish towel, your washcloth, and squeeze it out and go oh yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Amazing. The only reason she can sell that is because people buy that.
Yep, pretty much.
Which is unbelievable.
Absolutely.
All right, there it is. Newsy and Noteworthy for the morning. It's KISS.
I listen to you all the time. I love it.
All your favorites from the Carl Tyler Chevrolet Studio on Montana's Country Leader.
The coolest station.
94.9 KISS FM.
Smith and Nelson in the morning, Montana's country leader, 94.9 KISS FM. Coming up here in just moments, the most ridiculous thing we have seen on the internet this morning. But before we do that, I'll tell you that part of the morning is brought to you by Taco Time.
That's right. Try the new Impossible Nacho Burrito. You won't believe how much Impossible meat tastes like seasoned ground beef, but it's 100% vegetarian. A delicious combination of Impossible meat and your favorite nacho ingredients, all wrapped up in a home-style tortilla. It's Nacho Average Burrito. The Impossible Nacho Burrito, only for a limited time at Taco Time in North Reserve.
All right. As we were saying a few minutes ago, it's our duty, being on the radio, to present important matters to the public.
It's a public service, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Passing on breaking news, things that are happening around town.
Right.
And then also doing stuff like this, where we find the most ridiculous thing that we can find and say, we kind of have to share that, right?
This has to, more people need to hear this. Absolutely.
All right. In our travels of the internet this morning, it says a YouTube musician took some old footage of a pig calling contest and added heavy metal music to it.
Okay.
And somehow it works. That's the entire setup of the video. This is on YouTube. Pig calling contest goes metal. We won't play it all, but we were listening.
But we could.
We were listening to this a few minutes ago. We're just cracking up like, it does work.
Yes.
What's happening right now?
I kind of wanted to just play the whole thing without any explanation as to what it was.
Without setting it up at all.
Yep.
Just as one song ends.
Just moving right into the next song. Yeah.
Kick into this. All right. So we were kind of laughing at this morning. Pig calling contest goes metal. See what you think of some of this. So it's old footage from a pig calling contest.
Yep.
People coming up and doing their best pig call. And somebody just happened to put some thumping guitar to it. All right, here you go.
Since you guys are clapping, can I get a clap, like a steady clap, like? Hey, piggy, 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 pig, pig. Hey, piggy, 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 pig, pig. Come here. Come here. Hey, piggy, 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 pig, pig. Hey, piggy, 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 pig, pig. Come here. Come here. All right. Now, when I say hey, I want you to say pig. Hey, hey. When I say hey, I want you to say pig. Hey, hey. All right. Thank y'all so much.
Now, if that isn't just one of the best things you're going to hear today, I don't know what is.
I need to know the inspiration behind this.
Here, piggy, piggy, piggy. It goes on for a good, another 2 minutes or so.
Yes.
We won't play the whole thing there, but give you something to find on your own online.
It's worth it. It's really terrific.
I don't know why that just caught us. Maybe we didn't get much sleep last night.
It could be definitely part of it.
Giggling in here like schoolboys watching this video.
It captures the hearts and the imagination.
All right. It's on YouTube. Search pig calling contest goes metal. You'll find it.
All right.
The most ridiculous thing that we found this morning. Internet, you win again.
Yep, this is your local country morning show. No bones about it. Smith and Nelson on 94.9 KISS FM. It's Odds and Ends with Smith and Nelson on 94.9 KISS FM.
Yes, it is some odds and ends to your morning, and the record for oldest skydiver has officially fallen. A 103-year-old woman from Sweden did a tandem jump on Sunday and then celebrated with a glass of champagne. I say the record has fallen because it did fall from the sky. Yeah, you got it.
I just love she's 103, skydiving and then tipping back some booze.
Absolutely, yeah. Broke the record for oldest woman. She's also the oldest person to do it. There was a guy who set the record for men a couple of years ago who was also 103. She's 2.5 months older than he was.
There you go.
Yeah, she'll be 104 in September.
All right, from skydiving to bungee jumping. We'll just throw out some more records for you.
Sure, yeah.
Man set a new world record when he made a 190-foot bungee jump with a donut. As he jumped down, he dunked the donut in coffee before springing back up and eating it. 198 feet. A man once did a biscuit into a cup of tea from 240 feet,
Wow.
they say. But this is your new world record with a donut in hand.
I mean, that's pretty
for bungee
impressive.
jumping.
That's pretty impressive. And weirdly enough, we didn't vet these ahead of time, but my next one is also about a world record in bungee jumping. A guy from France just beat the record for most bungee jumps in 24 hours. The old record was 430. He did 765
Oh my gosh.
bungee jumps in 24 hours, all off the same bridge in Scotland, about 130 feet off the ground. He would jump, they'd pull him back up, he'd just jump right off again.
My gosh. All right.
Yes.
Let's do a bungee jump world record. Just kidding. Just kidding. No.
That would have been impressive.
This story says Ohio State Police recently stopped a motorcyclist after he was going 147 miles an hour in a 65 mile an hour speed zone. Officer asked why he was going so fast. The motorcyclist said, quote, "I wasn't paying attention."
At least he's honest.
He was cited for speeding, if you can believe that.
Yeah.
How did they catch the guy?
That's. I guess you got to go faster than he does.
If someone's
right?
zooming past you at 147 miles an hour,
You think he's going too fast? It's like, well, if you're going that fast,
it just seems like a
do whatever you
blur.
want.
And then, oh, boy, okay, now I got to get going, and he's gone. Seems crazy they caught the guy.
That's pretty wild. New study shows that marriage actually reduces your chances of an early death by 20%. Being married, they didn't explain the correlation, but researchers speculated it could have something to do with two heads being better than one when it comes to things like health, medical insurance, and even money as well.
Someone always bugging you. Go to the doctor. Go
Pretty
to the
much.
doctor.
That helps.
Some stuff that happened on this date. How about 1896? Marconi patented the radio on this day.
All right.
Seems like a fitting one to mention.
Definitely.
This date, 1933, a pool was installed at the White House. This date in 2004, that's when Ken Jennings began his 74-game winning streak on Jeopardy.
Oh, wow.
This was day one. And then this date in 2011, Shania Twain received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Nice.
Birthdays for the day. How about Missoula's own Dana Carvey, turning 67 today.
Wow.
The great Dana Carvey. I've seen him a couple times in stand-up.
You're a big Dana Carvey
Big
fan,
Dana.
yeah.
Absolutely. Dana 67. That's another one of those people where you're like, I just can't picture him being a 70-year-old man.
Right. I mean, he's one of his best-known characters is Garth, who is supposed to be like
Forever youthful.
Exactly, yeah.
All right. There you go. Odds and ends for your morning with KISS.
94.9 KISS FM.
Hi,
Montana's country leader, 94.9 KISS FM. Smith and Nelson in the morning. We're going commercial-free for your workday.
9:30 all the way until 10:20 for 50 straight minutes.
All right. But right now, how about some good news stories for your morning?
Yeah, some stuff happening around the world, and a 60-year-old woman in Canada who used to roller skate decided to pick it back up, get some exercise. But the new skates she bought didn't fit so well, so she decided to try on an old, beat-up pair that someone was selling online. Those skates fit great. Then she realized why. Turns out they were her old skates that she got rid of years ago.
Wow.
Her name was still written inside the tongue of the shoe.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty wild.
What are the
yeah.
odds? Huh.
This skate fits incredible. Wait a minute. This is mine.
Huh.
So that's pretty awesome. Love that. Car drove over a motorcycle at an intersection of Myrtle Beach on Tuesday. One of the two people on the motorcycle got pinned underneath. But then random bystanders ran in, they lifted the car up, they saved the guy, and a traffic camera actually got it all on video. Everyone involved is miraculously okay.
Man, talk about scary.
Absolutely, but great that they were able to help out. A 48-year-old vet from the UK was blinded in one eye by a bomb in Afghanistan in 2009, but he has refused to let it hold him back, and he just made it to the top of Mount Everest last month.
Wow.
Which, I can't do that with two eyes, so congrats. That's incredible. This was his third attempt to do it. He would have made it the first two times, but he had to turn back to save other climbers who were struggling.
Jeez, come on now. Hero to the max.
Yeah, there you go. And then finally, a new Gallup poll for Pride Month, which kicked off yesterday, found that more Americans support same-sex marriage rights than ever before. 71% now say that gay couples should have the same rights as everyone else. When they first did that poll in '96, only 27% agreed with that.
Wow.
So
27 to what? Over
to
71?
Yeah, so that's progress. That's huge.
Yeah, it is.
And there you go.
All right, good news stories for your morning with Smith and Nelson. It's 94.9 KISS FM.
94.9 KISS FM. Now, no newsworthy nugget of the day with Smith and Nelson on 94.9 KISS FM.
Brought to you by Farside Sign, Missoula's leading full-service sign and custom vehicle graphic shop. Farside Sign in the 2200 block, South Avenue West.
All right, we spend our morning looking for something that we think will be of interest. Something that will make you go, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And then we package it up in this nice presentation known as the Nugget.
Exactly. And today, talking about Abraham Lincoln, and specifically the night he was shot. Of course, we all know about that. And maybe you've wondered at some point, where was the Secret Service during all this? Well, the Secret Service didn't exist at the time. But did you know, the day before Abraham Lincoln went to Ford's Theater and was assassinated, he signed a bill into law creating the Secret Service.
The day before.
The day before he created the Secret Service. And obviously it hadn't, come together yet at that time. And so as a result, things could have been different if he'd signed it into law a few weeks earlier.
Man.
But instead, it's kind of a crazy, ironic twist to the whole thing, too. I never knew about that.
Yeah, the day before? That's incredible.
Yeah, the day before, signed the Secret Service into law, but unfortunately a little bit too late, then went to Ford's Theater the next night. There you go. Need to or not, now you know.
Flanagan